Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 2025 State of the City. My name's Judd Ashman. I have the honor to serve you as mayor of the greatest city in the world, Gaithersburg, Maryland. I would first like to thank Ife and Ashley for providing us music during the reception. They're both students at Victor Litz, and their teachers are Kathy Fisher and Russell Graham. Ife and Ashley performed at last year's State of the City reception, so now they're becoming kind of like our house band. And we're so glad to have them back, and let's give them a great round of applause. So on the stage with me this evening are Council Vice President Jamil Hernandez, Councilmember Neil Harris, Councilmember Lisa Henderson, Councilmember Jim McNulty, Councilmember Rob Wu, and our City Manager, Tanisha Briley. I would also like to recognize members of the city's senior leadership team. We have our Assistant City Manager, Tom Lonergan-Seeger here, back there. Director of Public Works, Brian Fields. Director of Parks, Recreation, and Culture, Carolyn Muller. Communication and Public Engagement Division Manager, Courtney Davis. Everyone is going to have to memorize that title. Our City Attorney, Frank Johnson. Director of Planning and Code Administration, Greg Mann. Director of Finance and Administration, Janice Hartman. Director of Information Technology, Ruth Lutero. And I'm going to stop there, elected officials. Worry not, we're going to get to you guys in a minute. But I would like everyone to please rise as I call upon the Gaithersburg Police Honor Guard to present the colors. Now I'd like to ask Council Vice President Jamil Hernandez to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's important to take time to reflect on the contributions and sacrifices of others. We remember friends and family, colleagues and coworkers who have passed, and we honor those we may not know personally, but who nonetheless made the ultimate sacrifice on our behalf. Please join me in a moment of silence as we remember all who have touched our hearts. Thank you. Honor Guard, you may now retire the colors. You all can be seated. Let's give them a big round of applause. We are celebrating our residents, staff, and volunteers who make Gaithersburg great. We are a vibrant and diverse community, and we thrive because of our shared belief that working together and serving others makes our city a great place to live. Will all of the city's creative and dedicated civil servants and volunteers please stand to be recognized? Don't be shy, staff. We are so grateful for their service, and you're going to hear a lot more about that this evening. Now I would like to invite Councilmember Jim McNulty to extend some additional acknowledgments.
Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome a number of our distinguished elected officials who have joined us here this evening. From our state delegation, District 17, Senator Cheryl Kagan. District 17 Delegate Ryan Spiegel. District 39, Senator Nancy King. From Montgomery County, County Council Member Andrew Friedson. From District 17, I just found out that arrived as well, District 17 Delegate Julie Polakovich-Carr. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Montgomery County Council Member and former Gaithersburg Mayor Sidney A. Katz. Montgomery County Council Member from District 2, Marilyn Balcombe. Montgomery County Council Member Evan Glass. Former Gaithersburg City Council Member Mike Sesma. Former Gaithersburg City Council Member John Schlichting. And I think I said Andrew before you stepped over. If I didn't say County Council Member Andrew Friedson, you were all, okay, I thought I said it, but, and if I did, you getting to is completely fine. Are there any other elected officials that joined us that I missed? Oh, Sheriff Max Wee. Thank you. I did much better with the teleprompter last year. I'm just going to say that right now. Anybody else that I missed? Thank you all for being here. We appreciate your service, and thank you for joining us on this night.
Okay. This is the time I can ask the council and city manager to take a seat in the audience, and I'm just going to lower the screen. As my colleagues on the council and the city manager take their seats in the audience, I will note that apropos of Cory Booker's 25-hour-long speech last week, I want to put you all at ease. We're not even going to go half that long tonight. As we gather tonight to reflect on the state of our city, we do so against a stormy backdrop. Honestly, if there were ever a time for uncertainty in our community, it would be now. Down the road in Washington, the federal government is racked with a series of disruptions that threaten to hinder our state more than any other. In Annapolis, our governor and state legislators have just wrapped up a grueling session grappling with one of the most challenging budgets in recent memory, a substantial housing shortage, and an urgent need to spur economic growth. Here in Montgomery County, proposed increases to the property tax rate and fees are raising difficult questions for residents and business owners alike. And beyond the headlines, we know that many in our community, especially our local federal workforce and contractors, are worried about job security. And others are concerned about what heightened immigration enforcement might mean for their families and neighbors. We see you, We hear you. We're with you. All of this has and will, in one way or another, impact Gaithersburg. But I'm here tonight to tell you we also have a more hopeful story to tell. While all of us are navigating stormy waters, our city continues to stand strong, fiscally sound, operationally resilient, and deeply connected to the people we serve. This didn't happen by chance. It's not luck or timing. It's the result of deliberate choices, disciplined leadership, and a shared commitment to doing right by our community. We are not immune to external pressures, but to the best of our ability, we're prepared. Our foundation is solid because we've built it together, brick by brick, with careful strategic planning, strategic investment, and a deep respect for the trust our residents have placed in us. In many ways, this has been a remarkable year for Gaithersburg. We've honored employees who have gone above and beyond, welcomed new staff, and earned significant recognitions. For example, this is the 46th consecutive year that our finance department received the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting from the Government Finance Officers Association. I'll repeat, 46 straight years. Can we give our finance department a big round of applause? That's a direct reflection not only of their professionalism, but of our city's culture of transparency and fiscal responsibility. Last week, our Department of Planning and Code received a prestigious award from the State of Maryland's Department of Planning, the 2025 Maryland Sustainable Growth Award in Land Use and Zoning Policy. The team got the award for its work in updating our zoning code, which we call Retool Gaithersburg. Retool modernized our decades-old zoning code, making it clearer, more consistent, and more aligned with our values of sustainable, inclusive growth. Can we give the Department of Planning and Code Administration a great round of applause? It's so well deserved. This year, once again, the city of Gaithersburg earned a perfect score in the Municipal Equality Index, an initiative of the Human Rights Campaign that examines the inclusivity of laws, policies, and services for the LGBTQ community. Again, we achieved a score of 100, which is to say, we got an A+. Look, DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, as a brand is obviously under attack. But I honestly don't care what you call it. Gaithersburg is the most diverse city in America, and what we hold dear is that we want everyone to feel valued, welcomed, and find opportunity here. It doesn't matter what acronym you give to that. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet, and that's who we are. Am I right? Every 2 years, we survey our residents. We ask them to grade life in the city from several different angles. How good or bad is it to live here? How are the services? What are the big priorities for you and your family? And on and on. 2024 was a survey year, and I think the headline coming out of it was that 86% of respondents described Gaithersburg as an excellent or good place to live. To conduct the survey, we used a national vendor which gave us the ability to compare our results against those in cities across the United States. What we found was that Gaithersburg rated higher than the U.S. average in 45 out of 51 areas. Our city services and customer experience rated more than 30% higher than national averages. So if you've ever wondered why, on average, you and your neighbors are happier than your out-of-town friends, it just might have something to do with where you live, and there's no need to rub that in. I do regret to inform you that we're not perfect. The survey indicates that we need to focus on traffic flow and ease of getting around the city, maintenance of our streets, and affordable housing. Message heard. All of the above are priorities for us. So how does it all come together in Gaithersburg? The simple answer is people make it work. People who believe in public service. And tonight, I want to highlight some proud examples of how our staff and committee volunteers provide public service for our residents every day. We're going to start with staff, from plowing roads during a snowstorm to pruning trees for spring to playing kickball at one of our after-school programs or helping a student finish homework at the Robertson Park Youth Center. Staff are actively serving our residents. The first couple of examples I have are dramatic, as sometimes when a crisis happens, it reveals the best in people. For instance, in early June last year, an F1 tornado with peak winds of 95 miles per hour hit Old Town in East Deer Park. That evening, we happened to be hosting a council in the communities meeting at Rachel Carson Elementary School on the other side of town. When the tornado strike was imminent, there were about 100 people in the room with us, and everyone's phone went off with the emergency alert at exactly the same time. It was truly eerie and surreal. And with that, our staff quickly went into action. The departments of Public Works and Planning and Code assessed property damage. Our communications office kept residents updated on road closures and other important information. And our police department ensured residents and bystanders were safe. The following morning, Public Works organized and coordinated efforts working with local utility companies and residents to ensure a quick and safe cleanup. Staff removed tree limbs and other debris so residents could access their neighborhood safely. Planning and Codes inspection staff continued to survey properties in the neighborhood, ensuring that homes with damage were safe for occupancy. Our Community Services Office worked with the Red Cross to provide resources to the residents directly impacted. Looking back on it, we were fortunate. No life-threatening injuries, and cleanup was swift. We are proud of how the collective efforts of our staff delivered outstanding service to the community in this crisis. Can we give the aforementioned staff a big round of applause? In another example of our staff handling a crisis with poise and professionalism, last spring in the wee hours of a Tuesday morning, there was a call from the emergency dispatch about an elderly woman who had collapsed in her bedroom and was unresponsive. One of our police officers, Tyler Kendall, got there shortly thereafter and was the first responder on scene. After locating the woman, Officer Kendall immediately began rendering CPR. Calm and professional, Kendall completed several cycles of chest compressions before the EMTs arrived and took over. He even jumped back in at one point to relieve one of the fire and rescue crew members. A little while later, they got her heart to start beating again and transported the woman to the hospital. The department, council, and I later recognized Officer Kendall at a mayor and council meeting, bestowing on him the department's life-saving award. Can we give Officer Kendall and our police a big round of applause? Of course, not all of our public service need be in such dramatic situations. In fact, we prefer that it not be. Like our annual holiday giving program. We all know that there are people in our community who are in need. The Holiday Giving Program is an effort to ensure that every child and family in our city can experience at least a little and hopefully a lot of joy during the holiday season. It's led by the folks in our Community Services Office, Renee Nicolosi, Mary Armbruster, and Christine Chigonia. This year, the team set a goal of raising $20,000, which is ambitious for a local government fundraising effort, but thanks to generous sponsorships from folks like the Carnegie at Washingtonian Center, who we'll be recognizing later in this program, and thanks to diligent work by the team, they ended up raising more than $23,000. Staff organized a wonderful holiday giving event, and we were able to give 160 families with 408 children gift cards and other goodies. This is what service in the city looks like. Connecting with partners, expanding resources, and working together as a team to ensure members of our community enjoy the holiday season they deserve. Can we give our holiday giving team a great round of applause? These are just a few stories, not even the tip of the iceberg of how our staff is committed to serving this community in good times and bad. Now, I want to turn our attention to some of our volunteer committees who also play an integral role in serving our residents. And we're going to start with the Senior Advisory Committee.
The Senior Advisory Committee, where we help those ages 55 plus be active, be healthy, and be adventurous. Committee members explore issues related to lifelong aging, presenting ideas and advocating for programs, services, and facilities that enable older adults to function with independence and dignity in their homes and in the community. Our recent initiatives have included studies of intergenerational programs and recreation facilities, surveys of the needs of older adults that have identified a focus on fitness, housing, and nutrition, and a continued emphasis on combating isolation by providing plenty of opportunities for people to socialize. We have also created a Benjamin Gaither Center Scholarship Program to help remove barriers to participation. We proudly serve the residents of Gaithersburg and the surrounding area with a wide range of classes, trips, lectures, special events, and activities that create a supportive environment where we can challenge our bodies and minds, connect with our friends, and lead full, healthy, impactful lives.
As Jean Dinwiddie, chair of the Senior Advisory Committee, said, they identified a need to support seniors who could not afford a membership to the Benjamin Gaither Center. At about the same time, Jean joined the board of our city nonprofit, G-Park, the Gaithersburg Parks, Arts, and Recreation Corporation. Jean facilitated a joint effort with G-Park and the Senior Advisory Committee to put on a silent auction to raise funds for a new senior center scholarship. Committee members donated baskets, sought donations from local businesses, and held the auction, raising around $650. The money they raised there and continue to raise will provide real value for seniors who need a little help. This is a great example of identifying a need and responding to it. Two committees came together to build and implement a program that will have a lasting impact on our local seniors. Can we give Jean Dinwiddie, the Senior Advisory Committee, and G-Park a big round of applause? Service in the city also includes taking care of the environment.
The Environmental Affairs Committee, where our efforts help foster a sustainable community for current and future generations. Committee members advise the mayor and city council on environmental issues, conduct and promote environmental education and outreach activities, and monitor county, state, and federal statutes and regulations for impacts on municipal operations. Working with environmental services staff, they enhance the city's environment through input on programs and events. A Fix-It Fair and a composting initiative help to keep items out of landfills. The twice-yearly shredding and e-waste event helps residents to safely discard their documents and devices. Annual environmental awards recognize the important collaborative efforts of businesses, organizations, and individuals. Committee members advocate for a variety of initiatives, including green building, climate protection, pollution prevention, and watershed protection, all to ensure that Gaithersburg and its residents remain good stewards of the world around us.
If it weren't for our Environmental Affairs Committee and their annual awards ceremony, I'm not sure we'd even know about the good work of people like Rebecca Rutkove and Corky Logsden. Rebecca, a high school student, has been actively involved in protecting our watershed through stream cleanups and chloride monitoring in the Muddy Branch stream. Her work supports the Muddy Branch Alliance and contributes to local conservation strategies, and it's helping us understand where dangerous pollutants and corrosives, especially chloride, are entering our water system. And Corky is a city resident who contributed to our pollinator garden and tree canopy restoration. Corky was instrumental in strategic site preparation, plant selection, and ongoing care to support pollinators while ensuring long-term sustainability. We thank our committee, Rebecca, Corky, our environmental services staff, and everyone who has volunteered for cleanups and other environmental activities. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Our Transportation Committee took service to the streets, so to speak, last year.
Transportation Committee, where ideas and the pavement meet. Our committee reviews and makes recommendations on policy matters relating to local and regional transportation issues affecting the city. Topics range from pedestrian and bicycle safety to public transit to traffic flow and ease of moving around the city by various modes. We provide citizen input on capital transportation projects and bring up concerns with neighborhood transportation issues that are related to Gaithersburg. We help staff identify and create solutions such as designs for shared use paths, community mobility surveys, the Safe Streets and Roads for All Safety Action Plan, and we host Gaithersburg's participation in the Regional Bike to Work Day. We will continue to identify and study transportation-related issues, informing and educating the mayor and city council and the public on topics that directly impact the daily lives of all who live here.
Last January, Nicholas Ritchie participated in the city's Safe Routes to School walk audit at 3 schools, Gaithersburg High, Gaithersburg Middle, and Gaithersburg Elementary. He braved the cold, ice, and snow to walk around each school, developing valuable insights into the daily experience of our pedestrians. And those insights helped inform plans to implement a series of safety improvements that will benefit the students at all 3 schools. Nicholas's walk audit made a huge difference. A month later, members of the committee helped the city's engineering staff prepare questions for a community survey as part of the city's local road safety plan. The survey helped us generate data about transportation habits, safety, perceptions, and preferences for making changes. And we used that data as a basis for our local road safety plan, which we completed late last year. Thank you to Nicholas and our transportation committee for helping make our city streets safer. Let's give them a big round of applause. As we've seen, public service takes on many forms. It's raising funds for families and making streets safer and communities cleaner. It's also about sharing the arts and reading and making them accessible to all.
The Cultural Arts Advisory Committee, where the arts come alive in Gaithersburg. Committee members work to enhance the quality of life in Gaithersburg by developing and supporting cultural, social, and economic opportunities that allow artistic expression and excellence to flourish throughout the city. We actively serve as advocates for the arts by evaluating and recommending cultural arts programs and opportunities for artists, allowing our diverse community to participate in rich and vibrant cultural activities and pursuits. Our fundraising efforts support this commitment as well. We also provide guidance to the city's Art in Public Places program with the belief that public art helps to establish community identity and foster a sense of place. We will continue to be the city's eyes and ears for cultural arts, helping to advance programs and facilities and support artistic creativity in Gaithersburg.
I have exciting news. Later this month, the Cultural Arts Advisory Committee will be hosting the city's first ever film festival at the Arts Barn from April 25th through the 27th. Committee Chair Chris Wallace, who has a background in film, and members of our staff spearheaded the effort, and to date, 63 film submissions, shorts and feature films, from filmmakers regionally, nationally, and internationally have come in. This includes submissions from a couple of Gaithersburg filmmakers, Jeff Mann and Eric Such. The committee is planning an opening and closing night reception, a filmmakers post-screening get-together, and several Q&A sessions during the film screenings. Ticket prices will be reasonable to make the film festival accessible to all who wish to attend, and you can learn more about this year's films on our website, gaithersburgmd.gov. Can we give our Cultural Arts Advisory Committee and Arts and Events staff a big round of applause? Like the arts, the written word connects people to the world. It can take you across the globe and open you to new experiences. Books are a powerful lens into the lives of others and a way to connect with the young and the old.
The Book Festival Committee, where we celebrate the written word and its power to enrich the human experience. For more than 15 years, the Book Festival has been one of the nation's top literary events. Our mission is to foster an interest in reading, writing, and literary conversation. The committee develops the overall scope of the event, building relationships with publishers, authors, and universities to contribute to the festival. Our efforts also support professional growth, identifying and coordinating opportunities for authors and readers to interact in meaningful ways, and developing and implementing programs throughout the community that encourage a lifelong love of reading. Committee members work year-round on author recruitment. We organize writing workshops and host a poetry contest for young people. We also oversee marketing and public relations efforts, ensuring that the Gaithersburg Book Festival continues to be one of the top city events for years to come.
The Gaithersburg Book Festival is coming up on May 17th. It will be our 16th year, and it may be our most compelling program lineup yet. The richness of this year's program and all those before it is entirely due to the good work of our volunteer committee. I actually shudder to think of how little we knew about the book industry and book events when we began. It was committee members like Becky Malone and Jean Taft who helped us figure out how it all worked and make connections for us. It was people like Gail Norris and Garina Asasi and Bob Murphy and Laura Rolls and dozens of others over the years who've helped us build this. And here we are all these years later with a big festival in a few weeks featuring the likes of Dave Barry, Janine Cummins, Jeffrey Deaver, John Scalzi, the creators of the Dork Diary series, Linda Sue Park, and Rick Atkinson. It is an amazing lineup. And I want to highlight one other author. The top award in children's publishing is the Newbery Medal. The American Library Association has been giving out this award since 1922, so for more than 100 years. And in the history of the Newbery, there are only 5 or 6 authors who've won it more than one time. In January, a new name was added to that very select list, Erin Entrada Kelly, who in recent years has been a regular at our festival and will be with us on May 17th. Erin's new book that just earned her a second Newbery Medal is called The First State of Being. I read it last month, and I gotta tell you, it's so creative and original. It has beautiful characters. It's thematically rich. It's just an amazing work. It's a great story for any middle grade reader, and I think there's plenty in it for us older people to enjoy too. So bring the kids to meet Erin Entrada Kelly, and remember that name. She very well may be our modern Laura Ingalls Wilder or Beverly Cleary or Judy Blume, except none of them have won the Newbery twice. Erin Entrada Kelly will be one of 140 or so of the best authors, storytellers, and journalists on the planet appearing at the Gaithersburg Book Festival on Saturday, May 17th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Boer Park. It is free to attend, free to park, and fun for all. And we hope you can join us. Bring your friends, family, and neighbors. Find out all the details at gaithersburgbookfestival.org. And let's give the Gaithersburg Book Festival committee and staff a great round of applause. These stories of service, of creativity, of care are what make Gaithersburg more than a city. They make it a community. We talk a lot about community, and that's not just a word we throw around at ribbon cuttings or award ceremonies. It's a principle we live by. It's what guided us through the toughest days of the pandemic, and it's what drives us now as we continue to grow, evolve, and care for one another. The truth is, cities don't stay strong by standing still. They stay strong by moving forward with compassion, with clarity, and with courage. That's what you've seen tonight, a city that is not only weathering the storm, but working every day to build something better, more inclusive, more resilient, and more connected. Our strength doesn't lie in a single budget line or a list of awards, though I'm proud of both. It lies in our people, in the neighbor who volunteers for a committee meeting after a long day of work, in the city staffer who shows up early and stays late because they believe in the mission, in the families who build their lives here and invest in this place because they feel seen and valued and safe. That's what makes Gaithersburg different. That's what makes us strong, and we're going to need that strength to weather the storm that's all around us. We're all going to need to look out for our neighbors. So tonight, as we reflect on where we are, let's also look ahead to where we're going with confidence, with gratitude, and with that deep sense of shared purpose that defines our city. Thank you for believing in Gaithersburg. Thank you for being part of our story. And the council and city manager are joining me back on stage. And first up, I'm going to invite Councilmember Lisa Henderson to present.
Good evening. You'll be happy to know that this does not require video. I'm going to do it with human beings. I'm going to invite Gregory Lawrence and Carolyn Harefield to the stage. Thank you. Okay, thanks. The Distinguished Friend of Gaithersburg Award is bestowed upon those who make significant contribution to our community. but who don't have the pleasure of living within our official boundaries. This year's honoree is the Veterinary Service Team of the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center. This team includes 3 dedicated full-time veterinarians, Dr. Gregory Lawrence, Dr. Rudolph Ramirez, and Dr. Victoria Cahill, along with a skilled group of registered veterinarian technicians and assistants. Over the past year, this remarkable team has provided care and treatment for more than 100 domestic animals that were impounded to our Gaithersburg Animal Services Division. The team has played a crucial role in safeguarding public health by administering rabies vaccinations to unvaccinated pets being reclaimed by their owners. They also offer invaluable support through their weekly, no-cost rabies vaccination clinics for Montgomery County residents, including those right here in Gaithersburg. In the fiscal year 2024, the clinic administered more than 1,500 rabies vaccines, with approximately 150 of those going to Gaithersburg residents. The team's expertise has also been essential in the investigation of animal cruelty cases by providing numerous forensic veterinarian exams to assist the Gaithersburg Animal Services Division. All of these efforts were carried out while overseeing the care and treatment of more than 8,000 animals that passed through the shelter in the last fiscal year. That's 8,000. For their ongoing commitment and care to our community and beloved animals, it gives me great pleasure to present the Veterinary Services Team of Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center with the 2025 Distinguished Friends of Gaithersburg Award.
Will Jennifer Pastora come up on the stage? All right. Be careful coming up the steps. Wow. All right, the Outstanding Organization Award gives us the opportunity to acknowledge the associations, nonprofit organizations, and businesses whose contributions enhance our community. This year's honoree is the Carnegie at Washingtonian Center. Accepting the award tonight is Jennifer Pastora and her bodyguards. The Carnegie at Washingtonian Center is a full-service retirement community that offers a lifestyle destination for seniors. Adjacent to the vibrant Washingtonian Center, the Carnegie opened its doors last August and features more than 300 residences offering independent living, assisted living, and memory care support. The Carnegie's commitment to our community is exemplified through its involvement and support of city programs and initiatives. Most recently, the Carnegie sponsored and graciously hosted our annual holiday giving distribution, providing the perfect venue for family activities, visits with Santa, and festive treats. The Carnegie also handled media coverage of the event, helping further spread the word of our holiday giving program. The Carnegie has also sponsored the Gaithersburg Book Festival, Judd made me say that, and served as the host site for the festival's author VIP reception in 2024. And going off script for a second, they also hosted a meeting of the city council and mayor and senior staff. And I tell you, the muffins were the best muffins on the face of the earth. I can't get over how good they were. Send them Send them back to us, thank you. Beyond these wonderful events, the Carnegie at Washingtonian stands as a true pillar of our community. Providing more senior housing options, the Carnegie offers a safe and welcoming place to live with exceptional services that enhance the quality of life for our senior residents. For their ongoing support and commitment to our community, it is my honor to present this year's Outstanding Organization Award to the Carnegie at Washingtonian Center. Thank you for all that you do for Gaithersburg.
Hi everyone, I'm Rob. Good evening. The Distinguished Resident Award was created to recognize individuals whose substantial contributions make Gaithersburg a better place. It is with great pleasure to present this year's Distinguished Resident Award to John Bauer. We're going to clap him on after I'm done reading this. Okay. For more than 25 years, John has demonstrated an unwavering commitment and service to our community through his involvement on several advisory committees. From 1996 through 2000, he served on the Historic Preservation Advisory Committee. In 2000, John began serving on the Planning Commission, and in 2005, he was elected to the chair. He's continued to lead in this position for the past 20 years. Under John's leadership, the Planning Commission has overseen the review and approval of several transformative development projects that have shaped the city's landscape. These projects include the Crown, Watkins Mill Town Center, where I live. You approved my house. Spectrum, Lake Forest, can't wait for that one. WRS, you're in the room? Okay. And key updates to the elements of the 2003, 2005, and 2018 city master plans. John's thoughtful decision-making, collaborative approach, and deep understanding of the city have made him an integral and defining voice in the city's growth and development. In recognition of his enduring dedication, exceptional leadership, and substantial contributions to our community, it is with great pleasure that I present the 2025 Distinguished Resident Award to John Bauer. She's got it. I don't have the award yet. She's got it. There we go. Let's come to this side.
Come to rehearsal.
Here we go. Let's go take a picture. Okay. All right, over there.
So we congratulate the Veterinary Service Team of Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center, the Carnegie at Washingtonian Center, and John Bauer. Let's give them another big round of applause. We are inspired by their contributions, helping make Gaithersburg the warm, welcoming community that it is. As we wrap up here, I want to thank our communications office, Courtney and her team, who made the greatest PowerPoint that you're never going to see. I want to thank Tanisha and my daughter for being my test audience for a lot of parts of the speech. And I want to thank all of you so much for coming here tonight and for all you do for our community. There is so much to be excited about in the city of Gaithersburg. We are grateful for your partnership, and we want it to continue. It's what we all do together that makes our city so special. So good night, and as always, let's do great things, Gaithersburg.